The topic that I'm going to speak about today, it's called pleasure and pain. Pleasure and pain. And ladies and gentlemen, pain can lead you, okay, to where you want to go, or it can hinder you. Tony Robbins said, the secret of success is learning how to use pain and pleasure instead of having pain and pleasure use you. If you do that, you are in control of your life. If you don't, life will control you. Simple as that. Now, there is two questions that I want you to ask yourself. Okay, sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what do you allow yourself to think about consistently? Every single day, every moment, what do you think about? And are your persistent thoughts rooted in pain or pleasure? Do you think about the past? Do you think about what happened? Or do you think about the upcoming, the future, what you want? Pain and pleasure are the two drivers of desire. Fundamentally, your motivation for desire can be driven in either positive or negative way, and at its sources that equate to pleasure or pain. Over 80% of all people are driven by overcoming pain. Only 20% are driven to motivation by pleasure. Have you ever stopped, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever stopped and think about what your biggest and deepest fear is? Have you ever sat down and you write your deepest fear? Have you ever thought of taking inventory of what's going on inside you? Because if you can't control what's inside you, people will control it for you instead of you. You need to be in control of what's going on inside you. And when you are touching the surface level of your deepest truth, so when you sit down and you write it, and you be honest with yourself, and you say, let's see what's my deepest fear. What's the thing that I'm afraid of? Ladies and gentlemen, our fear is coming out of our disbelief because we don't believe. Do you believe that the sunshine and the sun comes up every morning? You believe that because you know it's going to come without any doubt. You have got to have the same belief of your goals and your desire. Be honest with yourself. Sit down, write it, take an inventory, root it down. What really stopping you? What really is scaring you? Ladies and gentlemen, fear, it's false evidence appearing real. It seems it's real, but it's not. Sit down with yourself and write down. Believe that you can do what you want to do to achieve your goals. Fundamentally, there are only 3 human fears. It's only 3. Not belonging, the feeling of not belonging, the feeling of not being loved, and the fear of not being good enough. All of these 3 is attached to your belief. It's attached to your faith. It is from these 3 phases, ladies and gentlemen, of fear that all of our doubt, unhappiness, and negative arise. The feeling of not being belonging, the feeling of not being loved, and the feeling of not being good enough. It's all coming out of it's our emotion, it's our faith. Do you believe it? Because if you believe, you're not going to have these fears. You believe, all of this fear is going to disappear. Because it's false evidence appearing real. It's not there. Sometimes we think of something that is not even there. That's why we have got to sit down and take inventory. Look at your deepest fear. And look at your deepest desire. Write down. Bring a paper, put 2 columns. One is my deepest fear and the other my deepest desire. Write it down. Write down what my deepest desire, what I want. Write down what's really stopping me. Tear it up. We wear the clock, okay, of these human fears. Each one of us, they do. They can take on different aspects and look differently on diverse type of people. It's like a mask. You wear one fear at a time. But everyone goes through these fears at some point. But everyone choose to stay on it. It's a decision if you want to choose to stay on it. But if you really want to take the step and you want to do something, sit down. The first step is you sit down and you write it. That's the first step that will help you control your fears. A fear doesn't take tomorrow's pain, but it takes away today's pleasure. Don't let fear stop you from doing what you need to do or going after your dreams and your goals. Don't allow fear to stopping you of enjoying today. You will go through trials and tribulations. You will go through all the pain and hardship, the challenges. But you choose to stay on that phase or not. You choose whether to move on or stay there thinking about the past. Pain. There is two roads you can go with pain. Pain either can really hinder you or can really push you, give you strength to move forward. The choice is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I shall speak to you next time. Bye-bye.